What's up, guys? My name is Ty Zen. Welcome to the cryptocurrency.market channel. This is a real-world trading, investing, and entrepreneurship channel. We like to focus on the techniques and strategies and methods that we use to grow and manage a 7, 8, and 9-figure portfolio in the cryptocurrency market. We don't talk about the fantasy and theoretical stuff here. We only share with you guys the things that we have learned in the actual real markets with real money. All right. So in this video, guys, I want to talk about taking profits, because many of you guys that have been following us, you guys did not take profits in 2017, and you guys could have retired. You guys could have done a lot of things with that, with the life-changing profits that you made. And some of you guys did not take profits on it. And during the bear market in 2018, 19, and 20, it crashed back down and you guys lost everything, and now you guys start all over in 2021, right? With this new bull market. So some of you guys are hurting still from 2017, and because you either did not take profits or you did not take profits enough, okay? So, and you regret it. And so now in this new bull market, you are anxious to take profits. And I can understand that. I have done that many, many times in my life, where I got into trading and I should have taken profits when the market gave me an opportunity, and I did not do it. And then I finally took profits when the market forced me to do it, okay? So we never want to take profits. We never want to buy, and we never want to sell in any market, guys, in any, whether it's traditional stocks, Forex, futures, or even in the new cryptocurrency market. We never want to be in a position as a trader or an investor where we have to buy, where we are forced to buy and we are forced to sell. And when I say force, that means that the market conditions combined with our emotions, it's so difficult that it's forcing us to have to make the buy or the sell. So what is a good example of being forced to buy? Like, I have lots of friends, colleagues, and family members who did not buy Bitcoin, when it was $300. They did not buy it when it's $3,000, and now when it's $30,000, they're rushing in to buy it because they don't want to miss out. So that's, in trading, they call it FOMO, or the fear of missing out. So because of that, that means that we are in a position where we are forced to buy. Now, the opposite of that is when the market runs up, like it did in 2014, or like it did in 2017, or right now in 2021, and we don't sell because our greed takes over, and we don't want to sell because we think it's going to keep going up. So how do we solve this situation? How do we solve this problem of, hey, I want to make the mistake of not taking profits because I got too greedy in 2017, but then also not having lived with a regret for 3-4 years while waiting for the next bull market. And so how do we eliminate this, okay? We can eliminate this, guys, real easily, all right? The first thing that you need to eliminate this problem is you gotta have your personal financial goals. I will use myself as an example, okay? So because I have a background in trading and investing, and I've been doing this for many years, long before we got into the cryptocurrency market. I was doing this in the Forex market, and then before that I was doing it in the stock market. So I have experience trading. I'm confident in my trading. I'm confident that I can make a living from trading, and I can pay my bills, my rent, my expenses, my food, my shelter, my health insurance, my medical care, my cars, everything, my kids' education. I can pay for that and take care of it with my trading income or the profits from my trading and my investing, all right? So because of that, when it's time for me to take profits and retire, like I did back in 2017, I did not have to take profits on, okay, so in case English is not your first language, I'm going to share with you the word runway. Now the runway has several different meanings. The first obvious meaning is the runway for, like, when a plane lands at the airport, the distance of concrete that's available, or the paved flat smooth surface that's available for the airplane to land, right? That's called runway. If the smooth area is too short and it's a very big plane, it doesn't have enough runway, and that can be dangerous for the landing. Whereas if you have a big airport like the Bangkok airport here in the city of Bangkok, where I'm broadcasting from, they have a massive airport, so pretty much every airplane can land on there because it has a long runway, right? So that's the first definition of runway. The second definition of runway is how much money do you have to survive while you wait for the next big chunk of money or the next big chunk of profits to come in, or your investment to make a profit, or your trade to make a profit. So for example, in 2017, I was still living in the US in the beautiful city of Dallas, and my cost of living was around $4,000 a month. Okay, so if you round it off and multiply it by 12, that's $48,000 a year. Let's just say it's $50,000 a year, right? I'm not going to go into depth about how much the taxes is and things like that. I'm going to let you guys figure it out. I'm just using some very simple, easy numbers so that I can do the math in my head while I'm talking. Many of you guys know that I came to America as a Vietnamese refugee. I did not finish high school. I hung around the wrong friends and got in trouble for drugs. So I went to prison for drugs for nearly 14 years. So don't expect me to be the sharpest tool in the shed or the brightest bulb at the hardware store whenever you guys listen to me, okay? But here's what I will share with you guys is that $50,000 a month times 12 months is $48,000. Let's round it off to $50,000 so it's easy to do math. And I told myself that I'm confident that if I have 3 years worth of living expenses or 3 years of runway, remember runway is living expenses, okay? So 3 years worth of runway and I can retire, okay? So the minute the market started going up in 2017, I wanted to quit my job. I wanted to quit my day job, the place I was working at that time, I did not like the owners of the place. I did not like the managers, and I didn't like the colleagues I was working out with, they were all, they were not the most honest and the most trustworthy people. So I don't like to, and I don't like to work around people that are just devious, okay? So because of that, I wanted to quit that, and even if they were good guys that I did want to work out with, I wanted to focus more on my trading and improve my trading day by day. So because of that, I had an opportunity where I said, hey, you know what? If I can take out $150,000, that would be $50,000 a year, so that would give me 3 years of runway. Now, just to be safe, I would feel more comfortable with 5 years. So 5 years times 50,000 is $250,000. So if I have between $150,000 to $250,000, I can start taking early retirement, and then I would have enough to live off of until the next bull market comes, and then I can make some more money in the next bull market, and then continue this cycle and keep extending and extending my runway. And so what happened was, I ended up starting to take profits in 2017 around, I think, around May-ish. Now, obviously, I could have keep letting it go more, but I started taking a little bit of profits, and then I started putting away $50,000. So there was my 1 year. And then when I finished that, the market kept going up. As it was going up, I took some more profits, and there goes 2 years worth of runway, worth of living expenses. And then as I was taking profits, the market continued going up, so I took out 3 years. And that was my original plan, was to take out just 3 years and then chill out and let the market go up some more. Well, unbeknownst to me, or it had nothing to do with me, the market started going up really crazy. So that gave me an opportunity to take out 5 years, and then 10 years, and then so on, right? And so I started taking that out, and so now I know for sure that I can retire. Now, at that time, I did not retire just yet. I took out enough money to retire, but I still didn't retire because I still had a business to run, which is the cryptocurrency.market website, the blog and the business that we run. And we are also an education company. We specialize in training people to know how to manage and grow to grow your portfolio to a 7, 8, 9 figure portfolio. And so at that time, we had a huge demand for people that want to learn from our experiences. So we did these cryptocurrency investing boot camps, and so we continue to do those. even though I had enough money to retire already, I saw that it was another opportunity. And the reason why I jumped in to do that was because, to me, you got to strike while the iron is hot. You got to make hay while it sun shines, okay? So yes, I could have retired at that time, but what I did was, instead of spending all that money, I went in and moved in with my in-laws, my mother and father-in-law, and they thought that was kind of weird that I was moving in with them. And I told them that, you know, my business is growing really fast, and they didn't really understand that. So the easiest thing for me to do was to tell them that, you know, I'm looking for a new job. Okay, so I told them that I was looking for a new business, new job, and things like that, because they really didn't understand what I was doing online. They didn't understand what I was doing with trading and investing in crypto and Bitcoin and things like that. So instead of just explaining to them, which was extremely difficult to help them understand it, it was easy for me to just say, hey, I need to go find a job, and so I'm gonna leave the wife and the kids here. And that's when I went out and did the cryptocurrency investing bootcamp, and that added extra revenues and more income for me. And I went back and I started trading some more. Now during this whole time, I could have just retired and just sat back. But you guys got to know this, okay? When you're making life-changing profits, when the market gives you an opportunity, whether it's in crypto, in trading, investing, in business, in personal networking, relationships, you got to jump on that, and you got to max it out and not, you know, take your foot off the gas pedal, because you don't know when the next opportunity is going to come. And so I was maxing it out, and by the time the bull market ended, and I would say that it peaked out in January, February of 2018, I knew at that time that now, you know, I can relax a little bit, take it easy. And then we did one more cryptocurrency investing bootcamp, and then after that, that's when I made the decision based on our attorneys and the estate planning attorneys and the tax attorneys and the accountants and everything. It was the best thing was to leave the U.S. and go out into the return back to Vietnam and retire to the country that I was born in. So also at the same time, I was stuck in a situation where my mom in Vietnam was getting sick, and my little brother in Vietnam could not take care of her financially, and so it was just easier for me to just move back and retire in Vietnam. And so when I did that, I did not plan so much to go back to Vietnam to save money. My only goal was to go back and take care of my sick mom, and she wanted to see me before she died, you know, because she hadn't seen me since I left Vietnam when I was 6 or 7 years old. So because of that, I wanted to go back and fulfill her wish and take care of her and stuff. And unbeknownst to me, when I went back over there, right, the cost of living was significantly lower cost to live in Vietnam. And my wife is from Thailand, so we came over to visit her family, and so we live between the two countries of Vietnam and Thailand now. And the cost of living here in Thailand, in Bangkok, and the cost of living in Vietnam, in the beach city of Da Nang, where the U.S. used to have their military base when they were trying to invade Vietnam, right? The cost of living is significantly lower, and so because of that, that allowed me to even extend my runway. So previously, when I had, let's say, 10 years of runway for my living expenses, just by coming back to Southeast Asia, now it's extended it to 20 years or even more, right? So I share this story with you guys because at that time, if I did not take out the money for the 5 or 10 years worth of living, the 10 years worth of living expenses, I could have left that in there, and that money could have grown to like several more millions of dollars, easily $5 to $10 million more, okay? However, that's not important. What's important was my goal was to make life-changing profits so that I can retire early and quit my day job and spend my time with my wife and kids. If I want to work, I want to work from home, or I want to work from a place where I work at my own time. I don't have to rush, I don't have to hit quotas, I don't have to do any of that stuff, okay? So because of that, that was more important to me. So when you guys are looking at taking profits in 2021 or any subsequent bull markets in the future, you have to ask yourself, right, what am I doing this for? If you say that, whenever I ask my trading students what's their financial goal, and they tell me that their goal is to make $1 million, I know it's bullshit. I know it's just a made up number. I know that they didn't take the time to sit there and really calculate what they did. Now, I made a video before talking about how the biggest mistake was not taking profits. It's not because people didn't take profits, it's because they didn't set their personal financial goals. So let's just say that I go back to 2017 and my goal was to have $150,000 to retire early, right? When the market gets to, let's say, $500,000, I have to ask myself, if I take out $150,000 right now, I have $350,000 left. And here's the question that you want to ask yourself, okay? I have a 10x math that's simple to do, okay? You ask yourself, if I have $500,000 in my portfolio right now, and my goal is to retire. My goal is not to make more money. My goal is to be able to retire early and be able to have enough money to pay for my living expenses. If I retire right now and have enough runway for 3 years, that's $150,000. I take that out of my $500,000 portfolio. That means I have $350,000 left. If it goes up 10 more times, if it goes up 10x, then I have $3.5 million. Now, if I leave the $150,000 in there, then I have $5 million. So the difference, is there anything that I can do at $5 million that I cannot do with $3.5 million? And let me tell you guys what the answer is, because I've been there, so let me tell you guys. The answer is there's nothing. If you have $3.5 million and I have $5 million, whatever I want to do, you can do it. If I want to buy a house, you can buy a house. If I want to drive a Lambo, you can drive a Lambo. If you want to have a private jet club, you can get it, I can get it too. You want to fly first class, I can fly first class. So the difference between having $3.5 million and having $5 million is very, very little difference. It's no difference than someone having $500 and somebody else having $400. The difference is not significant to make a big impact in your lifestyle, right? So now let's look at the worst case scenario. What if you get out of take the $150,000 out and you have $350,000 left, and so the market crashes 90%. Well, if it crashes 90%, that $350,000, right, is now down to $35,000 plus the $150,000 that I took out. So that is a total of $185,000 that I would have if the market crashes 90%. Now, if I didn't take out the $150,000 and the market crashes 90%, well then I would go from $500,000 down to $50,000, right? So which one is better? For me, when I did the math and I went through that what if scenario, that math role play scenario, I realized that if I take out the $150,000 now and it goes up another 10x, the difference between $3.5 million and $5 million is not enough to me. It's not enough, right? I would rather take the early retirement now. And that's what I did. And that's what Leon did too. And then right after I took out like maybe the first month worth of living expenses, the market had gone up so much that I was able to take out more and more and more. And by the time it was all said and done, I thought I was going to just take out 3 years worth of living expenses. Instead, I took out 10 years worth of living expenses. So that, and still had enough money left in there to where the market went up, and I still was able to make several more millions of dollars. Okay, so because of that, we have to think: is the early retirement worth it, more valuable to us, or that extra $1.5 million or that extra $500,000? Only you know that. Only you know that. No one else can answer that. So when you guys ask me, hey, when you guys send me emails and text messages and ask me, Ty, when are you taking profits and when should I take profits and all this, none of that really matters, guys. Here's the tough part about trading and investing that no one will tell you, and even when they tell you, you're not going to believe it, right? Trading and investing is about you. It's not about what the market does, it's about you. You are the person that is responsible for your life-changing profits. You have to know what it is that you want in your life. You have to know the kind of lifestyle that you want to live, and you have a plan in place, and when the market gives you the opportunity, you know how to jump on it and take that opportunity. The best analogy or the best example I can give is if you were wanting to catch a big fish in the Saigon River in the city of Ho Chi Minh City, right? It's a beautiful river down there. Let's just say that you want to catch a big fish and you don't know how to fish. You don't know how to put the bait on the hook. You don't know how to tie the fishing line. You don't know how to pull a fish in. You don't know how to jerk on it to hook the fish when the fish bites on the bait, right? Well, what happens is if you see a big fish coming into the Saigon River and you throw you try to catch it, you are not going to know how. So by learning the skills of trading and investing, you know how it's like knowing how to, put the bait on the hook, you know how to tie the fishing line onto the hook so that you don't lose the hook or break the line. And then you know how to throw the bait out there and know where to throw it in the river so that you have the highest probability of catching that fish when that fish comes through. And then if the fish happens to nibble on the bait, you know how to jerk on the line and hook it and then pull the fish in. And then you know how to take the fish off without messing up the fish or without losing the fish when you're trying to unhook the hook from the fish's mouth. So these are all the skills that you need to learn, right? And then when the market gives you an opportunity, or when the Saigon River gives you an opportunity, you know how to catch that fish, right? One of the best places that you can learn how to trade and invest professionally, and when I say professionally, I'm talking about somebody that has been through it and done it before. I'm not talking about like professionally in terms of like someone is licensed, because we are not licensed financial advisors or any type of licensing in any country, all right? Remember, I'm a high school dropout. I went to prison for nearly 14 years. I came out, figured out how to learn how to trade, from people that used to trade on Wall Street and stuff. And I got into the crypto market early and figured it out early before anybody else did, right? And learned from my mistakes, recovered, made more mistakes, recovered, made more mistakes, recovered, and now I'm able to retire early, right? So if you want to learn how we did it, how did our team go from nothing to managing, to growing and managing a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio, I highly recommend that you go to www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint and get you a copy of our cryptocurrency investing blueprint. In that cryptocurrency investing blueprint, we record and document everything that we've ever done to grow and manage a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio and be able to retire from it, okay? Keep in mind, guys, we did not start with a 7-figure portfolio. We started very small. There are people today that start with 50, 100, 200,000, $1 million into crypto. We did not start with any of that, okay? Matter of fact, nobody on our team, I don't remember anybody starting with a large number. Like myself, I started myself with $1,600. The first a year, I put in only $1,600 into Bitcoin, and that was it. That's how I got started. So if anybody tells you you need large amounts of money to get started, they're full of shit. Crypto gives lots of opportunities to people, whether they're big or small. I'm a small fish. When I started, I might be a whale now, but back when I started, I was just a small fish, okay? I was a little minnow, okay? I was one of those fish that, follow behind the big sharks and stuff. Whatever they eat, I take scraps of it. But now, I'm one of those sharks, and now other students and followers and subscribers like you guys are the little fish behind me, right? And coming up. And we all got to start somewhere, guys. I'm not saying that to brag or to act like, I'm a big dog or a big shit or something. All I'm just saying that we all got to start somewhere. I started small. I've gotten to where I'm at today, and everything that I've learned along the ways, I try to share it with you guys, and I share it with you guys in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. So get you a copy of it and go from there. And don't waste your time trying to figure it out on your own, because you're going to waste a lot of time and you're going to lose a lot of money, and you may not figure out everything. All right. So back to what I was saying, right, about the taking profits, right? And we have a huge module in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, guys, that just talks specifically about taking profits on exit strategies, okay? How to exit. So you can get more details in there, all right? I'm making this video, guys, because I don't want to see you guys get hurt. I don't want to see you guys live in regret 2 bull markets in a row. I don't want to see you make the same mistakes that other students have made, other subscribers have made, other viewers have made, and that many of our students have made, okay? So write down what your financial goals are, and then go from there, all right? And then that way, when the market gives you an opportunity, if the market gives you, it moves up this far, guys, and all you need is this much of it so that you can retire early, consider taking it, guys. I highly recommend that you consider taking it, because what is the point of making all this money, and then if you don't take the profits on it, then you're stuck working the day job again. Like what's the point of you taking all this risk, people making fun of you, talking shit about you, and then you're stressed out because, you know, Bitcoin went to $20,000 and it dropped down to $3,000 and stuff. What is the point of going through all that stress, and now you have another opportunity and you're gonna do it again, right? Now at the same time, guys, some of you guys I've seen made comments on my channel and on my Twitter saying that you guys already took profits when Bitcoin was at 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000. Guys, just because you made a mistake in 2017 doesn't mean you repeat it again. You didn't take profits, you took it too late last time, and now you're taking it too early. Our team is not going to even consider, you guys listen carefully, guys, we are not going to even consider taking profits until Bitcoin breaks $100,000 or gets near $100,000. One of those. It's got to be near $100,000, guys, before we even consider it. All right. Any profit or any selling that we are doing right now, right, is just to rebalance our portfolio to reduce risk. And I have investments that I made where it is specifically just to get staking rewards, profits to pay for my living expenses each month. And so I'll sell a little bit of that to pay for living expenses each month, right? Because I don't want to touch the money that I already have, the runway money that I put aside, right? If I can save that, I have that in Vietnamese corporate bonds, so it's giving me like, I think 8 to 9.5% a year right now. That's because I bought it in 2019. If you buy it right now, I think the rates are like around 7%. It's much lower because of the COVID crash and because the government's printing more money and stuff, so it's not as high as it was before. But anyways, right, so I'll sell a little bit each month from my staking rewards to pay for my living expenses here in Bangkok. But other than that, I'm not selling to take profits, big chunks of profits yet, okay? Not until Bitcoin gets near $100,000, right? So just wanted to share that with you guys so that you guys do not make the same damn mistake that we made back in 2017, okay? So I hope that you guys benefit from this video that I just shared with you guys. What I'm sharing with you guys is real world trading and investing, growing and managing 7, 8, 9-figure portfolios, okay? You guys might not like to hear it, but I'm telling you guys how it is, it's done, all right? Instead of trying to figure it out, just do what we share with you guys. We've been there, we've done it, we're several steps ahead of you guys, and we're turning around and we're telling you guys, don't step on this landmine, step over here, just do it, and don't try to get too smart and try to figure it out. The smarter you get in trying to trade and invest, guys, right, the longer it takes you to make life-changing profits. Thanks for watching this video, and I will look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't want to sit there and try to figure it out on your own, and you have a 6, 7, 8-figure portfolio or 9-figure portfolio, I highly recommend you get a copy of the Cryptocurrency Investing Blueprint at www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint, and I will see you guys in a future video. Thank you. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at HeyTaiZen.